Mr. Chairman, and thank you all for testifying today. Chairman Clay and I certainly have the same goal, which is to make sure that this is the best census in our nation's history, the most accurate census in our nation's history. And an important function of that would be to reduce the undercount for this census. And the Census Bureau's regional partnership program and advertising plan are part of an integral communications campaign aimed at reducing the 2010 undercount, reaching hard-to-count communities, and achieving a full count decennial census. Reaching these communities is not only important but also required by the United States Constitution. A full count census and actual enumeration is specifically and firmly rooted in Article 1 of our Constitution. The economic stimulus bill included $1 billion in additional funding for the Census Bureau, with at least $250 million of that amount specifically designated by Congress for the partnership program and outreach to traditionally hard-to-count communities. The partnership program for the 2000 census involved more than 140,000 organizations, and for 2010, the Bureau has already partnered with over 10,000 organizations and hired over 800 partnership staff. In order for such a large endeavor to succeed, rigorous oversight and transparency of funds and of participants is vitally important. In hiring temporary enumerators, the Census Bureau has testified that it will conduct thorough FBI background checks that include fingerprinting. I think that's good reassurance for the public that when an enumerator comes to visit them, that they can open the door and it's a law-abiding citizen on the other side. We must make sure that the Bureau has comparable measures in place to hold organizations participating in the partnership program and their employees equally accountable for their actions. Furthermore, the Bureau should have clear guidelines and standards for the selection of partner organizations. It's important to ensure that contractors are awarded through a competitive process and not simply money doled out to anyone who applies, as well as monitor how and where money is spent by participating organizations. Accountability in the spending of these funds is obviously essential. Today's hearing presents an opportunity for the Bureau to describe the quality control measures in place to fully implement this plan, and in their hiring of all field workers and enumerators and the field work process in general. As I've stated before, Chairman Clay and I share the goal of ensuring that every individual in America will be counted once, only once, and where they live on Census Day 2010. A transparent, accountable partnership program and a strong advertising campaign are fundamental to achieving it. I also recognize that the list of folks testifying today is not as full and complete as we had hoped. In terms of our request that the head of the partnership program testify about the roles that they're fulfilling. We had hoped to hear directly from the individual that's overseeing hundreds of millions of dollars worth of our taxpayer dollars, and that we believe is essential to making sure that we reduce the undercount and reach hard-to-reach communities. I think it's unfortunate that we don't have the division head testifying today. And I think we'll have many specific questions that Mr. Metzenberg that we'll need to get specific answers from. And the reason why we wanted the division head to testify is so that we can get those specific questions. We certainly respect you. We certainly respect the duties you fulfill, but we also want to make sure that we get specific answers so that we can have the proper policies in place and the funding in place to reduce this undercount. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. McHenry.